Hey, what is going on, guys? So we are 40 weeks down, and I'm just super excited about this moment because along the way there have been a lot of ups and downs, in this journey, and there's been a lot of things that have worked pretty well, and there's been a lot of things that I've had to overcome, in this process. But to say the least, I mean, last month we made 37,000 in sales, so that was really, really amazing. But the cool part is my store service provider, they literally sent me a report. They always send me a report every month. But this month, we did not make as much profit or high of profit margins as we are striving for. It was a little under 10%. But with everything said and done, I still kept right around 5% profits. And that's just due to the fact that I'm paying payability as well. They take 2% of my profits altogether. So with all that said, it was 4 to 5%, right in the middle between there is what I actually kept and took home. So with that being said, it's not like a whole bunch, but the cool part is I'm growing. Right now, we're working on funding options. If I could show you, to be 100% transparent with you guys, if I could show you that report, I would. But legally, I cannot, just due to the terms and services of the service provider. It's only allowed for, people who have bought into that service. And it's all legally binded. So I can't get into those, reports or anything, but I can tell you that I am getting them every month. And they are, like each month they'll say what they do have on there, like what we're trying to do the next month, which is increase profit margins, which is amazing because now I feel like I'm part of the team. I feel like I know what's going on. I don't have to question and be like, I hope they're actually doing their job, because they keep me well informed every single day. And it's actually really, really amazing to see that they are still able to run the store with all the craziness going on, with everything closed down. We have team members who are like putting in so much hours to get everything done for all the store owners that it is just amazing. It's cool to see how we can work together and get all of this accomplished. So with this, I'm going to jump into the total sales from July 3rd, 2019. Here they are. It doesn't want to focus, guys. Man, sometimes it's like that. It's because of this light. Hold on, I got you. So what that says is 865 items have actually been ordered and fulfilled to the customers. We've had 1,064 units ordered, which means we've had almost 300 items that have been returned. Actually, 200 items that have been returned. I can't do math clearly. And then our total sales is $63,965.56, which, with the last service provider, they took forever. We didn't get a lot of sales. From the past 3 months, we've been with our current service provider. This is actually month 3. So the first month I made 4,000 in sales. The second month I made 37,000 in sales. And so we've done the majority of our sales from the past 2 months, which is amazing. Our average sale per order item is $73.95. So we're moving right along. This month has been very steady. And I will show you that in a second with our seller account. There we go. So what that says is $555 total sales today. We've only sold 9 items. And then for the month of April, and today is the 14th, right? Today's the 14th. We've sold $7,487. So we have not sold as many items. And the reason being is because over half of our items are not there anymore. They're just completely sold out due to the amount of items we've been selling and, how much our vendor company is able to, make that item due to everything going on right now. So with that, our total items that we have in our store is 378 items. And our active items is only 176. So that goes to show you that there's only so many items that are actually able to be sold from us right now. So we're still going strong. We're still going steady. And I am personally happy about the results that we've gotten so far with this new service provider because they've been absolutely outstanding. But with that, like 40 weeks down, that means we're almost to that year mark. Are we going to make it, right? Are we going to make all this money back in 12 months? The initial investment is $30,000, and we've made a majority of it back. And then we also got some of that money back from business write-offs and different things that you get credited to you when you start a business. And then on top of that, we've been able to take profits and put it back into our initial starting point. So we're just trying to break even. We're trying to get to square one, which is breaking even. Most companies, if they're franchises or any normal company, brick and mortar, right, and not online, it takes them longer than a year. Sometimes it takes them 2 to 3 years, right, to pay that initial investment off. Sometimes it's even longer, 5 to 7 years. A lot of franchise owners, they pay like $1 million just to get started, and then they still have to fund their business every single month. They have to pay employees, and it takes them forever to break even. If you look at real estate, everyone's like, real estate's a steady long-term investment. It is, but if you look at how much profits you make each year, and then how much you have to pay. So let's say your mortgage is $1,200 a month, and you're charging $1,600. That's $400 profit every single month. That is very, very little amount of money that you're bringing in. You're not bringing in thousands upon thousands of dollars. And then you have to get renters, you have to pay property taxes. And so the differences are so huge because it takes you 30 years to pay off a simple mortgage, or maybe 15 if you want to pay more. But it takes so much longer to make your initial investment back with other businesses. And so that's why I think Amazon automation is literally the best business to get started now, because you can get funding options to get started. You can use other people's money to fund your inventory and also get credit options through the company I'm with to fund your inventory every single month. And then you can potentially pay off your initial investment in 12 months. That's what we say at bare minimum. We say to allow 12 months to make that initial investment back. Then every month after that, you will literally make a profit on it, because now you're not worrying about paying off that initial investment. Now you're just profiting every single month. And the cool part about it is, like, everyone's looking at stores and they're like, well, real estate equity grows in my real estate. Like my house is going to go up in value each year. It's going to get equity, but in the same sense, an Amazon store, it is literally an LLC, right? So what does that mean? That means, like, it's pretty much a digital real estate. It's your store. And if your store's bringing in 100,000 or more in sales every single month, ask yourself, how much do you think you could sell that to someone else for? Someone will buy it for, I don't know, let's say if they came to you and was like, oh yeah, I'll pay you 150,000 to get your store that's producing 100,000 every month with 10% profit margins. Like, they're guaranteeing that they're going to pay themselves off in the next 10 months, at least. But if you grow past that, then, it just grows more and more equity. And eventually you could, if you don't want to deal with it anymore, you're like, okay, I like this, but like, I'm tired of having to, deal with shipping out items, dealing with customers, or paying my team to deal with customers. Then you can sell it, make a big amount from all the years that you spent growing this business, and then you can sell it to someone else, and you can still get a good payout to your, to you. And so there is very, very minimal risk involved, because the company I'm with, at least, they sign a contract where if they don't meet like their standards, their quotas, and if you don't make at least 30% of your investment back within the first 365 days, they have a buyback option in place where you sell them your store back to them if that's what you want to do, and they will pay you the remainder of like the difference. So if you made 5,000 in profits, they'll pay you 25,000. Of course, there's going to be fees along with that because they set up your LLC and all that. I don't recommend doing the buyback option if you don't have to, but it allows you to not stress about oh, is this going to be risky? There's a lot more risky investments that in, 5 to 7 years, you may not even break even and you may have to go out of business. Like, unfortunately, a lot of businesses now are going through, which sucks. And it is very, very challenging times. And, I feel for them. I really do. But if you're able to transition to the online space and you're able to not only do that, but hire a team to manage like your store, the expert subject matter experts that already know what they're doing. They know what items to add. They have an automated service in place to ensure that you're going to get 10% profits. Of course, that doesn't always happen if like things change really quick, as in you're selling items that are not there anymore or jumped up in price, or like you're not able to get it for the same price. There's little fluctuations, but mostly we didn't hit those 10% just because of all the hecticness going on around the US, and we were selling items like toilet paper and other things like that. So with that being said, we had a lot of orders go through. We had a good amount of returns because we couldn't send those items out. We didn't have enough. They were being distributed to multiple different people so quick that we ran out. And therefore we lost some of our profit margins there. But with that being said, it gives you kind of an overview, an oversight of why getting started with an automated Amazon store is amazing. Well, the first thing is I don't have to have a bunch of boxes in my house to ship out items to customers. The second great thing is I don't have to deal with the customers if they have any complaints or any issues. The one big thing is I don't have to purchase the items or add items to my store and track how much items are still in stock from my vendor company. That is something I've done before on our transition from the old service provider to now. And I had to kick out like at least 60 items. I had someone else help me with the remaining 30. He said, yeah, I'll help you out getting all these items out. And we did it. And I cannot thank my service provider enough because it takes so much work. It takes so much attention to detail that like literally you'd have to do it for at least 4 to 6 hours every single day to be able to produce the amount of sales that we're doing now, if not more. It could be closer to like 8 to 10 hours a day. And so if you're able to do that, you're able to start something, wait a year, have an investment that is continuously growing where you don't have to spend a bunch of time. It allows you to go out and do other things. Like for myself, I can make podcast episodes. I can put up ads on Facebook. I can, do my other business ventures, which is affiliate marketing and different things like that, right? I can focus my time on that and still have an income coming in each and every day. The one big challenge that you will have with the automated Amazon store, if you do get started, which if you do, comment down below, show me, and I will reach out to you with the best way to get in touch with me. But if you don't know, go to Tobias or facebook.com/tobias.johnson.716. Send me a personal message and, I'll reach out to you and we can chat about how you would get started for $0 down like I did. But anyways, one big issue that you may run into with this store is going to be funding it and growing it and scaling it to the level that you want. For myself, I started off with personal credit and I started using that. And the issues I ran into is that if you have high balances on your credit cards all the time, it's really, really challenging for banks to see that you have good credit. It looks like you're maxing them out every single month. And so imagine maxing out about $30,000 worth of credit it doesn't look good. So with that, you know, I'm transitioning from my current payment options to new payment options, which is going to be primarily through my LLC, which will allow me to get a business credit card. And there's a lot of business credit cards that don't have a limit as long as you pay it off monthly. And so I'm going to get a hybrid card where, you know, it gives me the best of both worlds, and then I can scale my business up as high as I want. I don't have to use third-party companies, which are great at first. Some money is better than no money, right? It's great at first, but as you transition along and you're making 100,000 in sales per month, you're losing 2,000 in profits every single month, dropping your profit margins to about 5% instead of 10. You pay your team 3% of your profits, and then you're left with, what is it, 7%? If you pay payability 2% of that, then you get half of what you just made in profits, which is not, it's not horrible, but it's not the greatest business method to go about. So with that, guys, I hope this helps. I hope that this lets you understand a little bit more how the automated Amazon store works. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me, comment down below, send me a personal message, hit me up, you know, and I'd love to chat with you guys. As always, let's go out there. Let's revive our lives together. Let's get it done. And until the next video, have a good one.